perhaps no surprise that the Israelis will assume that this attack in Tel Aviv is potentially linked to their operation in Jenin.
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll think. The security forces in Israel itself have been on alert ever since they launched the operation in the early hours of yesterday morning, not just for terror attacks taking place within Israel itself, but also the potential for rocket fire coming from the Gaza Strip or perhaps over the northern border from Lebanon, from Hezbollah. None of those two things have happened yet, and messages have clearly been sent to Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza saying don't get involved. But what we have breaking news-wise in Tel Aviv is a terror attack, which sounds pretty serious, a car ramming incident, possibly a stabbing incident as well. Local media here are reporting 7 people wounded, 2 of those seriously. And so we'll have to wait and see what more comes out from that. In terms of what's happening where I am, in Jenin, this is the second day of the Israeli military operation. It was quite quiet overnight. I think the Israelis have been a little surprised at times of how little resistance they've been getting from some of the Palestinian militants inside Jenin, particularly inside the refugee camp in Jenin. But the operation continues. I'm just watching now a column of Israeli armoured vehicles driving past us. I can hear the constant hum and buzzing of drones overhead. As we know, they use the drones to start the operation around 1:15 in the morning, yesterday morning, taking out what they described as a joint operations centre right in the centre of Jenin. And they think it took the militants by surprise. I can see a massive dark plume of smoke as well coming from the centre of the city. To get in here, you've got to weave your way through barricades that have been put in the road, and lots of tyres burning thick acrid smoke, people on the street saying that they will defiantly push away any kind of Israeli operation. At the moment, the death toll is 10 dead, more than 100 wounded. I wouldn't be surprised if that rises and potentially rises quite considerably. As for how long this will go on for, the Israelis, I mean, it can be slightly mixed messages. On the one hand, senior figures are saying that they've achieved almost all of their objectives and they might wrap it up sooner than they thought. On the other hand, some are saying it might go on for another couple of days. So I think the Israelis would do what they want to do. They do have international pressure on them, particularly from humanitarian organisations and the United Nations. But I think on this case, perhaps a little bit unlike when you have flare-ups in Gaza, I think they will continue operating in Jenin for as long as they feel they need to do so in order to either eliminate or arrest people who they regard as Palestinian terrorists, to seize weapons and ammunition, and to gather as much intelligence as possible.